Awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are a few minutes late. Apologies. There were just so many good submissions. We were just crunching away here. Thank you so much for joining us. For me, it's a Friday night, so happy Friday night to everyone joining. For those of you who haven't seen me before, I'm Kate. I'm our community manager here at Bolt. With me today is Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hey.
Alex is going to tell you all a little bit about what we're doing here. What the heck is this design challenge? We're going to go through some projects, share the winners of this challenge, and then we're going to be taking some questions at the end. So, Alex, take it away.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to go through some of these submissions together. So yeah, Kate, if you could maybe share your screen with that original tweet. Been a minute since Kate and I were on the live stream. We kind of slowed these down a little bit since the hackathon, but we're going to get them going again. So stay tuned. There is a lot more action in the YouTube live chat, by the way. So if you want to get involved in the conversation, I'd go over to the bolt.new YouTube channel and hop in. So this was the design challenge. We're going to be doing more of these. And we threw it out there to the community to create some stunning sites and publish it using our new hosting and domain features that are part of Bolt Cloud. So got a ton of submissions over the last couple days, including a few right up to the 2 p.m. Pacific time submission deadline. So now we're going to go through a few of those together and check them out. So as well as announcing the winners here. So maybe I guess anything else, Kate, before we jump into looking at some demos here?
No, I think, so we're going to be running these. So definitely follow us on Twitter if you are not already. And let me just pop that link in here because we're going to be doing some more contests. If there's any contest that you would like to see or think would be interesting, let myself and Alex know because we want to do more of what you guys want to see.
Beautiful. Okay, so I think maybe let's go through some honorable mentions here real quick before we jump into the winners. I'll drop some links here in the chat. So here was a first one I thought would be cool to take a look at. So the thing about this first one that was kind of cool is it's really a super simple page, but it has some neat 3D effects in the background, I believe using WebGL. So this is a technology I'm not that familiar with, but you can see the background image there is like getting super distorted based on where you put your mouse over the background image, which I thought was kind of interesting. Other than that, there's nothing else really on the page, but I thought this one deserved an honorable mention because this could be a useful technology for some of the builders out there to check out in some of the stuff that you guys work on. The creator on this one was Salman El-Farish. Sorry, I kind of messed up your name, but we'll drop the Twitter if you want to go check that out. I just dropped the Twitter link in the YouTube chat, so you could go give them a follow. And misattribution. I'm getting my that's the next honorable mention. So actually, the WebGL Flexi background was made by Vibing Ape at Vibing Ape on Twitter. So dropped their Twitter in the chat for you there as well. Okay, so now on to Salman's. I'll drop this one in here in the chat for you, Kate. This next one I thought was really interesting because it's an educational app that I could really see being used in a school environment. Had a few functional issues, but if you click on a specific, I think if you zoom in a little bit with pinching, you can click on like a particular piece of the spine.
Oh, spine.
Yeah, so you can click there, and then if you scroll down on this right-hand side, you can actually toggle the visibility.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, nice. Ooh, yeah.
Let's see, where is the visibility toggle? There we go. So you can hide it, and you'll see on the skeleton, the spine goes away. Now, there was like a few functionality things that didn't quite click for me with like the toggle in the middle of the screen and some of the stuff on the left, but nonetheless, I thought that was a pretty cool.
I want to know how this person like created the skeleton. Like what it was the process.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're watching in the comments.
Exactly. So that was one that caught my attention for being something I hadn't seen before. So yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, this next one is, really there is a few winners that were website templates. Bolt is a web app building tool. So we got we're obviously going to see some great website templates in there. This one, I had to give an honorable mention to because there was a lot of things that did kind of jump out to me that I liked about this one. In particular, I think the left nav is kind of cool. And when you click into the projects, I just really like the way I guess the design, the user interface design of the particular projects in here. If the images do the nice smooth zoom in, you've kind of got nice layout and carousel, and it just felt sleek. It felt like something that I could see an actual architecture firm using in their business. So that seemed pretty good.
These pictures are really nice. Like, also, where did this person get these pictures?
Yeah, I wonder if you actually right click, I wonder if you can find out if you right click and try to open the image in a new tab, if it'll let you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. Yeah, it will let me save it. Oop. I can't really see.
Yeah.
Super cool. And yeah, the orange is very nice. Someone just called out this nice color. Very nice.
And there's the Twitter page of the creator on that one. So shout out to John. I think this looks quite good and most certainly is freelancer and agency quality. So if you wanted to go out and get some business, maybe become a Bolt certified expert on Contra and make websites for folks, very, very confident you could get it done with this level of quality. So congrats on the honorable mention. The next app here that I thought we should take a look at is, yes, the Netlify homepage. So I believe the creator here's name is Jacob, if I recall correctly. Yes, Jacob or Jakob, I'm not sure. I'll drop his Twitter in the YouTube live chat. Just a total redesign of the Netlify website with some crazy background effects in the hero section. Definitely don't know if I would want that on my homepage day in and day out. If you move your mouse around a bit, Kate, yeah, it's very active. Pretty cool though. Not something I've really seen, having like that 3D maybe model there. I don't know, it almost looks like a cube moving around in the background. So yeah, I just thought the attention to detail here. I mean, this is all the same content as the actual Netlify website, same logos, same case studies and everything. And given that we're just partnered with Netlify for powering Bolt Cloud, that may have been the inspiration here. And yeah, thought it was fun. I don't know if Netlify is going to switch their website over, but I did think that one also deserved a honorable mention, as it definitely caught my attention. Let's see here. So the next, okay, so those are all the honorable mentions. Oh, psych. No, there's one more. This is the next one. So this next one is a musical. I kind of put this in the functional art category. And I had some fun playing around with this one. Just dropped the creator's Twitter in the live chat here. So Broski, I don't know if that's their real name, but that's their Twitter. So this one, okay, here's what I thought was cool about this one, because I've seen other tools that are using the browser audio API. But what really is dope about this one is that the visual on screen is linked to the audio generation. And then there's also a recorder and replay sequencer built into the app. So I think you might need to zoom out a little bit, Kate. Yeah, there we go. So now, and the other thing I found out is this is linked to your keyboard. So basically QWER are like the first 4 notes. So you can play it with your actual keyboard.
Oh, see. This is crazy.
Yeah, and so you can is it not working with your keyboard?
It's not. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is working with your keyboard. That's cool.
And then you can change out the wave type. I really liked which one? I think I actually can't see. Are you clicking the wave type drop down?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It says sine, square, sawtooth, triangle.
I think square sounded pretty cool. And then you can hit record. And you can turn down the decay a little bit and the sustain a little bit, and then turn down the attack all the way.
Okay.
And then hit record, and you can play some stuff.
Okay.
Yep. And then you can stop the recording and then hit play, and it'll replay. But not only is it replaying the audio, it's replaying the visuals in a different color for each note. So anyway, thought that this is the final honorable mention. I just thought this was really interesting. I don't know how you build this into like into a business app, but I feel like there could be this creative idea could fit in somehow. Not sure exactly how, but I just thought we had to call this one out because it was so cool. So
yeah, I love the visual too with the not only does it replay the sound, it replays the visual that you like. It's good. It'd be cool for like learning, right? Like you're learning music. Super cool.
100%. And I'm sure you could, do a lot of if you're more musically minded than I am, you could probably actually build this concept into some sort of a musical training app with specific notes. And, I could imagine almost like Guitar Hero-esque music learning, game where like actual musical notes are going by and you're, maybe you're playing on a MIDI keyboard. So anyway, thought that one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, now time to announce the winners here in no particular order. We're gonna.
Drum roll. Too bad this thing doesn't have a drum.
Yeah, we need a drum instrument. It's only a digital wave type. So I know that actually I saw the person on Twitter that built this. They kept working on it. Apparently, they didn't publish the updated version, but they'd already added like a beat sequencer and all kinds of other stuff. So I think I responded to their tweet, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next iteration of this app. Hopefully, it'll pop up in my Twitter replies.
Yeah, if you have a drum roll effect, let us know. We'll incorporate it into these live streams.
Awesome. Well, I think I filtered the sheet down to just the winners. So there's no particular order. You can pop them up and we can go through them.
Okay, let me grab it here.
By the way, we will have a few minutes after we go through the winners projects for Q&A. So if you do have any general Q&A about the Bolt Cloud launch or Bolt in general, drop that in chat and we'll queue those up and get to 5 or 7 of those Q&A questions at the end of the stream. Okay. So yeah, here we go. Okay, I don't know if we should necessarily share this screen. I was just thinking you'd pop up the winners one by one and we'd talk through them.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to break the suspense here.
Sorry. Okay, let me grab.
And this way, it'll be a surprise to me too, because I don't know which one you're gonna bring up first.
Right. Okay. All right. Ready? First winner.
Aha.
The radio.
Support for KEXP streaming comes from listeners like you. Consider joining the thousands of people who make independent radio like KEXP available to the community. Details on how.
And even an ad for your local radio station. Love it.
Yeah, they must have their stream configured well. So this was another entry by John. And what I really liked about this one was just the massive simplicity in the design. Like the app just feels really nice to use. It's got the keyboard shortcuts. It's got the nice visualizer. It basically feels like a piece of hi-fi equipment, and it's real audio. KEXP is an actual NPR station, so it's using actual real-time audio streams off the internet, which is something that I think Mauricio Rubio, if I remember correctly, although I could be off, had built some audio streaming apps during the hackathon. So I did know that it was possible. And I just thought the design on this was very clean. Yeah, I don't know. Kate, did you have any other thoughts on this one?
No, yeah, I completely agree. It's clean, and it's like we got no delay there. It's just fun to play with. Like you want to press these buttons,
It feels like an analog piece of equipment, like that could be in your hi-fi stereo rack in your living room. And I thought that was a fun. Yeah, it was fun. What I'd really like to see, John, if you go and add on to this, is a second screen with like a searchable list of different audio streams that I could lock into my presets. Because I could see this being something that I bookmark and play with from, every now and then. but I'd need the ability to, you know, have kind of like a library of where these streams are coming from and throw in, you know, my own favorites. So if you're listening, would love to see it.
Okay, next. Okay, congratulations to John. First off, we popped his tweet in the chat along with the link to the project. Next, Suvo. Really nice.
So what I liked about this one is when you've looked at enough vibe coded websites, you start to see a lot of common themes. And I would highly recommend that if you're using Bolt and trying to develop the skill set and looking to use it either like at work or in an agency or freelancing or just making personal projects, for yourself, like look through some of the quote retweets and you will see some common themes in terms of the colors and the shapes of the buttons and stuff. That's because the AI models, they are kind of locked on to some certain sort of design approaches. And what really jumped out to me at this is it doesn't fall into kind of the tropes and the normal look and feel that you might get out of a vibe coded user interface. It really showed that the person working on it really had a very clear design sense, and they were really able to capture that. I did also test the image upload functionality, and it does work. And yeah, I went through this, and I really felt like, you know, this is a real nice brand. You know, the other thing, actually, if you scroll up a little bit, Kate, right there, if you hover over customization studio, like it's just the little things like that, the little, like the fact, not only does it move, not only is it interactive, but also the color changes behind the text. Like it's those little details that are really, really just elevate something to the point where it looks like something you would have paid an agency 10 grand to 30 grand for a few years ago. And that's a great question, Nomi. I don't know. I dropped the tweet for this post there. I would go ask because I'm curious as well. And I have a feeling it's like a matter of using very specific sort of design language around, you know, I don't even know, what do you call that? Like back glow, a drop shadow, I guess, behind the text. And just all this stuff is super easy to do in Bolt if you are very specific with your description. So I think asking exactly kind of the types of design language and phrases that were used would be a great start on how to be able to build stuff like this. Because I guarantee you it wasn't just one prompt. It was probably a lot of very specific, most likely using the visual inspector to select individual pieces of the website and really, you know, honing in on the exact sort of interactions and colors and stuff that you want. So
yeah. And I think too, I mean, we're looking to have some more live streams, maybe bring on some folks and, you know, talk about exactly this, you know, don't gatekeep. If you're a designer and you know the words to use, let us know.
100%. And if you're, I mean, we're going to be DMing the winners to get their info to send them their prizes. And maybe we should do another live stream in the next few weeks where we invite them on and actually ask kind of that question that Noemi had of all of them, is like, how exactly did you do this piece and this piece and this piece of your site? Because really is the details that make it look super professional.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Congratulations to Subo, excuse me. And we were chugging them right along here. Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Yes. And this one, has a cool story as well.
Yeah, this one. So yeah, the tweet we just shared here. I'm trying to grab it, but I believe someone said they made this for like their father or a family member who already had an existing honey company, honey business that they were going to use this for. So that's yeah, family passion since 1998. I missed the cursor right here, but yeah, super cool.
So here's the thing. If you go to the logo in the upper left, that was one of the things that really caught my attention. Was it's like this interactive logo where it has some movement. Maybe it's not actually interactive. It's just that it's a custom logo like a honeycomb, and it has some movement. It's on color scheme with the rest of the website. And it really, as you scroll through this website, like right now it's like, okay, there's a hero section with an image. Okay, we've all seen that. But then you scroll and it's so clean. The colors, the background colors, the movement, and the graphics and the text animation, it's extremely simple, but it all feels like completely coherent and like cohesive around this brand, based on the honey. And it just had a really, it just, again, felt like something that you would have paid 10 to 20 grand to an agency to build if you were a small business a few years ago. And I just thought that this was just a great example of a very simple, business website that feels very cohesive and on brand.
Yeah, and I think like this cursor is very fun, like a moving around. It's like Alex had mentioned, if you go through, these vibe coded sites, these little things do kind of end up standing out. It's like anything to kind of keep you on the page just a little bit longer, 1 second longer, is it will stand out,
100%.
Awesome. Okay, congrats. I hope to try this honey one day.
I did respond to the creator and I asked, and he said that they are doing tours. There's actually a contact form at the bottom of his site. It's just free tours because it's his dad's hobby. And I was like, is this real? But yes, you can book a visit. It's somewhere over in Europe. So I think Poland, potentially. I might be misremembering. But yeah, hey, you could drop a message and potentially you might actually get an invite to go try the honey.
There you go. Perfect. This is not a paid ad either,
Oh, there it is. Wow, Sirio in chat. Congratulations. Yeah. And there we go. I was correct. Poland. So Tomek on our team's actually in the northern coastal area of Poland. So I don't know, maybe he could actually make it.
Okay, next is, let's see. Ooh.
Okay, this one was crazy. I would put this in the interactive game category. I'll drop the tweet in here. You really got to go play with it. But this was just unlike anything that we've ever seen. It kind of reminds me of Call of Duty Black Ops. There's this terminal. I think if you type yes and enter, it'll take you kind of into the next phase of this app.
Oh.
And then it starts like building out this terminal. I think there is like so much more that this creator could do with this. And continue building it out. But basically this terminal is going to print out and then you can respond to the terminal and sort of navigate into the next areas of the game. I mean, this is it's a design challenge. Looks great. Exactly. Like this is not, this is a concept. This is clearly like a work in progress. But when this is done, you'll be able to type in story and hit enter. And I think there's just like a ton more that could be built onto this, but it's such a trippy concept. And like now these pop-ups start coming up. You can move those around, by the way. And and you can close them. And it's like feels like you're in some sort of like cyberpunk hacker novel, I guess maybe is the best way I could describe it. And then if you type story into the terminal and hit enter, it'll pop you over to the next section here.
This one, whoa, what?
yeah, exactly. And then it's like, what? Now I'm in a samurai story? Like,
wow.
What the hell? Exactly. Like, and I think with this whole challenge, the goal was to have some stunning apps. And this one just legitimately stunned me. I was looking at it and I was like, what the heck? So really curious to see where the creator of this one takes it. I feel like there's got to be a Reddit community out there that would be obsessed with this kind of app. And potentially this could turn into a whole new kind of hobby that just wasn't even available to to people before vibe coding.
Yes, this is like, could be a cool game, but like, yeah, I'm picturing like, I don't know, I'm picturing like classroom, like, it'd be helpful, like, if you're like trying to like learn about a place or learn about a thing, it's like fully immersive. Like, it's definitely like, it's like attention grabbing. You're like totally sucked into it. So, really, really cool. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like a right to left scrollable story. And I think you're like zoomed in again a little much, but on the bottom, there's like the ridges of the mountains is how you navigate through the story. Really fun.
Oh, I see.
You can like drag the black dot. Like, yeah, it's crazy. So that one, I think I dropped the tweet in there. It's the Core God 1234 on Twitter. Definitely go check that out. Give him a follow and play around with this thing. Very, very interesting.
Wow, that's really cool. I like that one a lot. Okay, next.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, is it Jacob or Jakob? I don't know how you're going to tell me that in the YouTube chat, but Jacob is one, Jakob is two, I suppose. Oh man, it's tough, man. We got a tough job out here. I really liked your Netlify site as well. Okay. And the next winner, who I know is here in the live chat, I believe, Clark Lab on Twitter. This website caught my attention, very similar to the other website templates that we talked about, because it's just so dang polished. It doesn't look anything like the, vibe code default. And honestly, when I pulled this up, I'm like, this literally, we bank with Brex, and yup, it is you. And and I really saw this and was like, I would not be surprised if I was scrolling down this site and I found out this was an actual Brex competitor. I think this is a lot better than the websites of many venture-backed tech companies. I'll say that. So again, I don't know if you're a freelancer running an agency or what, but you definitely could. With product like this. This is 100% sellable product, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm curious too, like the cards, like, and the cards kind of like change, and yeah, I love it. You'll have to
Oh, nice.
spill your secrets, Clark.
Yeah, I run a little agency. There we go. Well, we're gonna be DMing you to get you your prize, and yeah, if you're interested, we should talk about doing a how you built this user spotlight where you can spill some of the secrets and get some exposure for the agency.
Tips and
Okay,
tricks.
so
Tips and tricks.
yes, exactly. So if you're counting. Yes, Figma Community Library. That is definitely a good
Ooh,
one out there.
okay.
Did you actually like import? How do you actually get stuff out of the Figma library into Bolt? I know we have the Figma import, and so I don't know. Anyway, that's where we're gonna get. We'll get into that when we have you on the live stream, because how do you piece stuff together? I'm sure you got some tips there that would be very useful for the people. So, individual PNGs uploaded through the agent. There you go. Great to have that drag and drop. You can actually drag and drop images right into the chat now and get them into your project, which was broken for a minute. Now fixed, works really well. I used that today on a project I was working on. Okay, well, if you're keeping track, that's 5 winners. But I did have to throw another one in here, and it's for the exact same reason that these Paystack caught my attention, and that is because it is a lot better than a lot of venture-backed tech company websites, and it's going to run a little bit slow, okay, because we have to actually boot it up inside of a web container. I know that the creator is in the live chat now, and there is a little bit of a glitch on the deployment stuff that I could not figure out how to fix, but shot it off to the engineering team, and I saw that there's a pull request happening right now to get this resolved. So curious if the creator of this project has realized that it's going to be their project yet. But this was another website that it's got a lot of complex components in it and cool scroll effects, and really curious about how this was made. I think there's a lot to learn from the process here. Let's go. So this one is Bilal dropping the dropping the Twitter here. And yeah, this is the part here that really got me, is these super dope components as you scroll through. Like, this is really complex visual components. They look really good, and they're not images like that. So this is actually done with code, and just thought this was really, really cool. So absolutely happy to help. Glad you were here. Hopefully we'll get the deploy thing figured out here. Eng team should be shipping the fix shortly. And yeah, the scroll triggers can be very, very tricky. And yeah, I just love all the movement on this template here.
Yeah, this is cool. This is stressing me out. 103 unread notifications going up every second, but it's effective, and draws your eye right to it. It's like, oh God.
Awesome. Well, congrats to all of these awesome projects, and also congrats to everybody else who submitted a project and did not win. I saw a lot of people that submitted just to get in the habit. They're like, hey, I'm brand new to this. I don't necessarily expect to, win, given that this is my first one. And, I scrolled through all the quote tweets, and, you could see a lot of people were just learning, figuring it out, getting started. Few things I'll throw out, okay, because we are going to keep doing these. if you've been doing this for a minute and you're on Twitter at all, do not leave the default purple color scheme on your projects. That one's toast. Everybody who's like in the Twitter mentions a lot is getting tired of seeing the default purple. So that's a good tip. Another one is just, I think if you look at the website templates that we highlighted here, right? Like they all have very unique and cohesive look and feel that does not look like the default Shad CN sort of button. So if you scroll through the submissions, you'll see hundreds of them where like the buttons all kind of look the same. And that's because these models are really trained on some pretty like Shad CN and Tailwind CSS is where a lot of the user interface stuff comes from. And I think that would just, if you're going to compete in the next one of these that we're going to do quite soon, that'd be my tip is, just scroll through the quote tweets and you'll start to see some patterns. Avoid the patterns. And that will ensure that when we are filtering the next few hundred submissions in the next week or so for the next competition, you will have a good chance of boiling up to the top. And exactly, Noemi, I gotta say, I ran a lot of these live streams during the hackathon, and I gotta say that your attitude is exactly the right one. And I really appreciate the positive energy. And, that is how you get better, right? You're asking great questions. We're going to be having a lot more content over the next few weeks on how to learn and improve our builds. And it's gonna be a good time, and we're all gonna get better together. That's the whole point of doing these live streams, doing these contests. So appreciate that, and looking forward to seeing. Now I'm gonna remember your name, so we're gonna be looking forward to seeing what you build in the next one. Let's see, anything else, Kate, that you wanted to touch on here?
I think we had a few questions starred. Let's see. Any plans to support email?
Yeah, that's a good one. I know Inko/Donald, who has joined our team, by the way, is watching here. So let's, I think this would be a great one to add to the educational threads that we're going to be doing on Twitter. So if you saw this week, we put out a educational thread on how to make your own custom link tree with Bolt. That's Donald making the templates behind those. So I think resend is an obvious one that we should add to the list. Figure out if we can get sort of like a template that makes that easy to add, or maybe a prompt template. Let's dig into that one and figure this out, because it will work. I mean, obviously, it's an API, you can integrate it today, but we'll see what we can do to make this a bit easier, Sean, for you for your next build.
Okay, and then a question about managing files manually.
Let's see. Petite, are you still in the chat? Because I may need some clarification here. So managing your files manually, like a server, we can see public HTML and creating files. Okay, yeah. So I think actually, Kate, if you could just open any Bolt project and open up the code area, I think everything that you're talking about here, Petite, can be done in the product today. I was just playing around making a website for a musician friend of mine. And yeah, I was able to drag and drop, you can drag and drop any files you want into different folders in the file structure, and then just reference those in chat and they'll be used in your app. So I think that functionality that's already there should take care of what you're describing here.
I was trying to create like a hype wheel.
You're trying to win the prize money through a fake account, Kate?
Yeah, this is my what I entered for today. Yeah. Excitement off. We don't want that. But yeah, so what were you talking about here, Alex?
Oh, if you just click on the code button up there next to the
Yeah.
preview button.
Mhm.
So this opens the file tree on the left here, and you can drag and drop files into there. You can right click to rename stuff. I think you can right click to create new folders as well. And yeah, so that should take care of all of your file management needs. Awesome. Cool. Well, I have a date night to go on. So I think we are at the end of the stream here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Congrats to the winners. We'll be DMing you quite shortly. You can also DM us, and we'll capture the information we need to get you your prizes. So really appreciate all of the awesome entrants, the honorable mentions, the winners, and just all of those of you that are out here developing your skills, learning more about the tools. And yeah, thank you for this experience, because it's really fun. I had a great time looking through all the projects and look forward to doing it again soon.
Yeah, and if you have any ideas for contests or competitions or anything like that, tag us, tag Bolt, tag myself, tag Alex. Let us know, because we want to do stuff that you guys want to do. Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone. This is going to be recorded. It's going to be on our YouTube. And like Alex said, we'll be following up with all the winners. Thank you so much.